see it? Can you
Yep.
hear? What can you hear the stream?
Wait a minute. It says here I have to wait for you. Wait a minute.
Can you hear me right in the stream? Or not?
It says. Hold up.
You're on the stream.
Hold it. All right, and I was
Can you
able
hear
to
me?
hear you, man.
You can hear me right now? Like you talk and everything?
Yep, I heard you loud and clear.
Good, good. Alright. Let's go ahead and off then. Tell me if everything.
Yeah, it appears about to be. It appears like it's working quite well actually.
Alright, let's just chill. Yeah.
Did you copyright it?
Yeah, that should be good. That's good. Alright. Can you hear me? Can you hear me there? Alright, this should be good now. Just hear me. You should hear me.
Hold it.
Yeah, you should hear me. How do I sound now?
Yep, I heard you.
Is the audio good? Quiet or
I can hear just fine, man.
it's perfect?
You know what?
Alright. Alright, we're good then. Alright, let's do this.
I Captain.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna send the link over to a couple friends real quick while we're waiting.
Go ahead and do so, man.
Alright. Oh yeah. It's good, man. It's good. Podcast. Alright. I love how someone tells me, okay. I love it.
Huh?
I don't know, just the reactions people have to me sending them this. I don't know. They're completely careless, you know? But no. It's good, and Shoot, man. 12. Oh yeah. I'm gonna send it to Stretch or someone. Let me see. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I want to do. Send it to Josh.
Who's he again?
Stretch.
Oh,
my
sorry,
god.
I thought you were talking about someone else.
Crazy. Come on now,
I
man.
just feel like I feel like I butchered his name.
Alright. Let's not have this mess. Come on now. Are you still watching the stream? Alright.
I am.
Alright, here we go, boys. State Farm. What the f-
And we've upgraded her.
I don't want no ads. Hold on a second. That's not okay. Alright, alright, here we go. Here we go. Alright. Alright, sir. Alright, everyone. And welcome back. How you guys doing this evening? How you doing, my friend Madman? How you doing, man?
I'm doing quite well, my friend. Tell me and everyone here today what we're going to be discussing about. I am quite curious.
Well, other than jazz music, you know, there's a lot of things to talk about, and hopefully we can cover in upcoming episodes. You know, whether that be gaming, you know, it's probably gonna be a lot of gaming because that's sort of what we do, right?
Yeah, I mean,
That's sort of our
makes
thing.
sense for us to talk about
Yeah.
what we know.
That's true. But anyways, I'm enjoying this jazz music. It's getting it's kind of chill, you know? Yeah. Anyways, so today we're going to be talking about sort of the politics in gaming. I guess that's how we could say, right? That's basically what it
politics
is.
now.
The politics of gaming. Sony versus Microsoft. That is really the
Yeah.
politics of gaming, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. So after
It
that,
is.
there's, I don't know. You don't even see Nintendo pulling any fights, to be honest. It's
Well,
just
we're
on
not
its
here
own.
to talk about Nintendo yet, but anyways.
One day.
So
One day.
the other day, if you didn't know, Microsoft had its Xbox showcase.
Well, I'll be honest, haven't watched it. I am curious as to what happened with it. Could you tell me a little bit about it?
So, you know, I mean, there was some good games there, obviously, but there's also some not so good games.
I see.
And, you know, with Sony and that sort of thing, people really argue that Sony has them beat this year with the new console. What do you think?
I'm sorry, I completely blanked out. Could you please repeat that?
Not you. People believe
Yeah, that's
Sony
my
has them
problem.
beat.
Okay. Perhaps in the idea of exclusives and whatnot, maybe. And perhaps a little smarter design, but like in other really terms, I feel like the Series X is really the winner in this grand situation here because, well, first off, I'll admit I have a bit of an Xbox bias, but second of all, just think about all that raw horsepower that comes with the new console. Just envision it.
Yeah. It is true. The Xbox One Series X is, I think, will definitely be more powerful than the PS5. But that's just my opinion. But the statistics seem to prove that.
Well, now, before we continue any further with this podcast, the disclaimer here is there's probably going to be a lot of opinions, so if you get easily butthurt by opinions that differentiate from your own, I don't know, learn to adapt other opinions, I guess, really.
That was not a very positive way to say that. And
okay. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. That really wasn't. Maybe you could say it better.
I choose to say nothing. Because nothing needs to be said. It's fine. We're just talking here, guys. It's late at night. Who's ready to get those late night vibes? Am I right? Alright. Anyways, so as they say, Sony's got some of them big blockbuster games dropping this year with the launch of their new console, whereas Microsoft's coming in strong with, just Halo Infinite, pretty much. And possibly other rumored games that haven't been announced yet.
To be honest with you, I feel like Xbox should try to at least come up with new ideas for exclusive games, because as far as I know, the only reason that Xbox lost, pretty much, other than a really rocky launch, was the lack of exclusives. Literally the only reason people even came to PlayStation, or at least, the PS4, was because of the fact that they have exclusives. And what do gamers like, apparently? Exclusives. I mean, I can't doubt it. More games, more power, right? So honestly, I hope Xbox actually tries to come up with some new ideas for exclusives, so that we don't have a repeat, essentially, of what happened the last time the console wars essentially flared.
Well, at the Xbox showcase, Phil actually said himself that this would be the end of console wars.
I'm sorry, Phil Spencer said
yes,
that the end of the console wars is upon us.
This would be the end of console wars, apparently.
How so? Why? And I gotta say, pretty bold.
But I mean, he's only saying that because he thinks the Xbox One Series X will be dominating over the PS5 this year. But there has been one big meme. I mean, all these showcases and conferences bring up a lot of memes and stuff like that. One being, Phil doesn't know how to keep his eyes open, which is sad. Because at the Ubisoft Forward conference, which was about 2-3 weeks ago, Phil actually made an appearance, and the whole entire time his eyes were closed. Either he had been awake for 36 hours or something wasn't right. I mean, his eyes were closed. It was really weird.
Question: were they red?
No, his eyes were closed. I mean, it was just weird. It's just this thing,
he was just nervous.
It was pre-recorded, so I don't know how you could be nervous. Anyways, that's just one of those things. And, and then at the Xbox conference as well, at the game showcase, they showcased some YouTubers that were promoting the game, or promoting the showcase, right? And this one guy, this is definitely a new living meme, guys. We have a meme on the verge here, but they showcased this guy who was he was trying to do some super hype ad or something. He's like the you ever heard of those crazy YouTubers on YouTube that just get hyper about nothing? Like Morgs, if you ever heard that guy. It's not like the most clickbaitiest YouTubers ever. Those kind of guys. They put one of those guys on there, and he was like, "Okay, guys, yeah, this is gonna be great, guys. I'm so much excited for the new Halo game. I'm so much excited." I quote, he said, "I'm so much excited."
Well, he must not have learned his English back in school.
Well, I mean, it was just... Guys, that's my new phrase. I'm so much excited. Hashtag 2020. Let's get hyped, because I'm so much excited for 2020. The gaming industry.
Oh, wait a minute. I can do an impression of this guy that you're talking about right now. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing 2 men. Wacky wait. Oh god, that's too fast for me. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing 2 men.
What are you doing?
It's a Family Guy bit. For you Family Guy fans, you'll understand that. Trust me, you will understand it.
Wait, that's like Peter Piper picked a peck of pip.
Yeah, tongue twisters, right?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Piper picked Pepper's pick.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing 2 men. Anyways, back to business. Tell us something else right now.
Well, other than the guy who had his entire room plastered in Minecraft wallpaper when he was in the showcase, I will say that was very interesting. There was a guy who, it looked like he was either like, it wasn't a green screen, but it looked like a green screen because he had his entire room covered in like wallpaper, like his floor. Like you could tell it was wallpaper because you could see the light reflecting off of it. Like he had it covered in like cobblestone wallpaper, and like he had a ladder on his wall. Like there wasn't even a door in his room. Like it was a Minecraft ladder, and he had like blocky torches on his walls. Like everything, including his desk, was wrapped in like this wallpaper stuff from Minecraft.
Can I be honest with you?
I don't know what he was. I don't understand.
But that sounds like my 8-year-old's version of a decked out gaming studio right there. Just Minecraft everything. I would have loved that back when I was 8. Man.
Yeah, but he was like 25 or something. So
25, huh?
Yep. I mean, so there's a lot of cringy moments at the Xbox showcase. There wasn't that many at the PS4 conference, just because PS4 did it first and they kind of pre-recorded everything. It wasn't. They planned it out, I guess. But there was also a lot of boring games in the PS4 conference that didn't really make sense. But then again, some of those at the Xbox conference. Yeah, just games that, like, why would that exist? Like, why would I play that?
What about the Ghost of Tsushima?
Well, see, that was one of those big games. I'm talking about some, like, games that were, like, super boring.
Law.
Well, just during the middle of the section, like, I don't even know what the games are called, but there was, like, a good 6 games that, like, in a row that just did not interest, like, at all. They were just weird games. I mean, but then again, we did have LSD Simulator on Xbox. So, I mean,
I'm sorry, LSD Simulator on Xbox now?
It's actually Psychonauts 2, but I'm calling it LSD Simulator. Jack Black is in it. It's this really weird platforming game, like, but it looks like you're on drugs the entire time. Like, imagine taking drugs while playing it would be insane, because it's just like fast moving colors, and it looks like someone's high the entire time. It's so weird. I mean, I don't even know how... It's like a Cartoon Network thing. Like, you know how Cartoon Network has all that weird stuff over there.
Teen Titans Go?
Yeah,
AKA.
it's like that, but like imagine drugs. While what? Like.
Wait. Imagine putting Psychonauts. What was it? Psychonauts 2?
Yeah.
You said? Psychonauts 2, and put it through LSD Simulator.
What's LSD Simulator?
Imagine the. Well, it's actually a game that, as far as I know, is on PC, where it simulates.
There's a game called LSD Simulator. Oh, actually, is there?
Yes, there's a game. Yes, there's a game called LSD Simulator. Well, LSD Simulator game. No, wait. LSD Dream Emulator.
What?
Sorry, I have that slightly wrong.
Wait, why do you know this?
I have listened to a couple of creepypastas based on it, actually.
How do you have a creepypasta based on drugs?
Something about a gray man, apparently, that follows you around.
While on drugs? What the? Did you tell me to slow down here?
No, it's just a gray man. Gray face, gray whatever. Just gray everything, man.
I'm so glad that relates to Xbox. That's fantastic.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know why that... honestly, though. No, but the better thing is... Yeah, no, back to the Xbox showcase, though. They announced some of those games that, like... For example, okay, Rare came on. We had the new announcement of Everwild. Now, I know from experience that you're a big Sea of Thieves fan.
Used to be. Not really anymore. I kind of quit on that.
Well, yeah, a lot of people don't like Sea of Thieves, but a lot of people do. It's really a mixed thing. Sea of Thieves actually dropped a new update today. It's like Ashen Wild or something. I don't know when. I don't know. There's skeletons that breathe fire and cats on fire. That's all I know. Some crazy stuff up in there. But I mean, I'm actually excited to see Rare's new game.
Everwild, you said?
Yes, Everwild. It's sort of like Viva Pinata, but brought to a really different sort of art style, and it interests me a lot. It almost looks like a TV show sort of thing. Like, it doesn't seem like it would actually be a game, just because the art style looks like a TV show, like a cartoonish thing. Like, it's not really like, it doesn't look like it would be something you could play, which is a really interesting take on that. And I really want to see what the gameplay of the game is going to be like, because if it is anything what it was shown at the conference, then that's going to be interesting, because we haven't seen anything like that in the market.
You know, I'll be honest with you, I totally agree. I totally agree with that statement wholeheartedly. I mean, just props to you. Props to you.
What? Yeah.
Exactly. Props to you.
Sea of Thieves was also a weird thing to put on the market at the time. So I guess Rare is known for that sort of thing.
Hey, maybe they're unique. They like to make games that are unique. Who knows? Perhaps. I mean, that's my guess.
I personally myself am excited for State of Decay 3.
State of Decay. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really a fan of zombie games.
Oh no, man, they're fantastic.
I'm not saying they're bad, but like, it's just not my kind of thing. All right, I'll just go and say it. State of Decay. You know, any game that mostly involves zombies.
Any reason it's not your type of thing?
I don't know. It's just kind of that thing where I don't really care for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really cared for zombie games, I guess.
I mean, zombie games had always been one of those things that I kind of, backed off of for a while. But then, State of Decay's got that sort of survival, base building aspect to it that I just really like myself personally. You know, I don't know if I got that from Minecraft back in the day, or just, you know, there's just those games that I've always wanted to, you know, just be. I've always wanted a game where you could just, you know, go out and just do your own thing, create your own little like settlement, and just do your own little thing, but not like in a sandbox thing. Like I want there to be an objective to the game, not like a sandbox like Minecraft. But you know, it's hard to find a game that really kind of fits into that, and it not being like a zombie game like State of Decay. But, you know, like, one of the new games that's coming out, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I'm sure you've heard about that. Everyone's heard about that thus far. But that game's coming out, and they're introducing an aspect into that game where you get to build your own settlement from raiding other people's villages as a Viking, which I think sounds pretty cool. I mean, you can literally set houses on fire by shooting the roof with, like, flame arrows. Like, I'm just going to go in there and just slaughter people. I mean, sorry, that's probably not content appropriate. YouTube's going to...
Yeah, probably.
Pillage. They're gonna, yeah. Pillage. Sorry, pillaging. Pillaging is, so we're gonna have to censor that word, pillage. You know. But I mean, that sounds like a fun aspect to a game. I do wish, you know, back on the topic of Xbox, I do wish they had more exclusives. I think it does definitely limit them. But they do have a new exclusive coming out that has been long awaited, and that's going to be Fable. As they announced at the end of their conference, Fable is coming back to make a return.
Is that so?
Well, I mean, Fable, it's been like, I'm not sure how many years, but the last Fable game was on 360.
Man.
I mean, the company disappeared that was making it. I can't remember what the company was called. Was it Lionhead or something? I'm not sure exactly.
Obsidian?
No,
right?
no,
wait, that's
Obsidian.
the company reclaiming that, right?
No. Obsidian doesn't make... No, the company making it is Playground. The original creators of Fable, their company doesn't exist anymore. But the new company is Playground. Obsidian is basically Bethesda's competition right now. Obsidian were the original creators of the Elder Scrolls series, I believe, right?
And then Bethesda
or was it Fallout? It was Elder Scrolls or Fallout. I may be wrong there. I get that confused. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure it was one of them. I'm not exactly sure, but they created it, and then, you know, they made their new game Outer Worlds, sorry. I keep getting those confused. The Outer Worlds, and that's a combatant to, you know, Fallout. And now they've announced their new game, which is going to be an Xbox exclusive. Basically, it's on PC, but it's what's it called again? I don't remember. Avowed.
Sure
it's Avowed. That's what it started. It's called Avowed. They've announced their new RPG. It's called Avowed. They announced it at the game showcase. So it seems like Obsidian's trying to take down Elder Scrolls now. They're really fighting Bethesda there. They went for Fallout, and now they're going for Elder Scrolls.
You know, you can't really blame Obsidian. Especially with the dumpster fire that was Fallout 76.
I like Fallout 76.
Well, hold up. Let me say why it was a dumpster fire. Maybe the experience wasn't all that good beforehand. It was pretty decent when I tried it, but really the issue with it was the microtransactions. If you just imagine Bethesda as EA's little brother.
Well, I mean, I didn't experience any microtransaction problems. See, well, now they went back and redid Fallout 76 with NPCs and an entire... They've done an entire, like, story mode campaign for that game. But I still enjoyed it as a multiplayer game. Like, I liked the feature that it was only multiplayer. It's on Game Pass now, so... I went back and looked at it again. I still remember my black goat outfit that I forgot I had. Remember I walked around in that black goat outfit when we played that game? I had a solid,
right.
giant black goat, and I don't know. I think I did buy that with microtransactions, actually, but that was a well worth it microtransaction. If you're gonna do any microtransactions, it has to be a black goat, guys. The classic black goat. If you're gonna spend money on microtransactions, why not buy a black goat?
Black goat.
Of course.
Actually, now let me tell you a microtransaction you shouldn't.
Oh wow, we got some people on the stream here. I didn't note this. Shout out to Chaos in the chat and our good old friend Stretch Boy. Yeah, he says, "Why the podcast?"
We'll tell you why the podcast, because we wanted to do it, and we do what we set our minds to.
He's getting a bit upset there. He's getting a bit upset there. Yeah. You know,
well,
we're just trying to have fun here. You know, it's a family friendly, good old jolly podcast. You know, we're just trying to relax people, put them at ease at night. Not family friendly. Did I say family friendly? I don't think I meant family friendly. I don't think I meant family friendly. I don't think that was what I meant to say. I think that was an accident. Yeah, definitely. Anyways, anything you want to discuss?
Actually,
it's nice jazz music.
Actually,
I'm gonna go to sleep here.
I wanted to add on to my point about the microtransactions in Fallout 76. So there's this premium subscription called Fallout First. Again, premium subscription that gives you a bunch of features, which, if you ask me, should have came with a game, really. And get this, $12.99 a month or $99.99 a year. So basically $13 a month or $100 a year.
I mean, who's gonna pay that? I mean, I wouldn't pay for that.
Exactly. In fact, get this.
But you don't have to.
Thing, actually.
It's optional. So
Private worlds.
Well, okay. See, private worlds. That's the reason it's so expensive. Is because you get to host your own server. That's why it's so expensive. You know. Because Fallout 76 is meant to be a competitive multiplayer game where people can raid your bases. If you host your own server, well, you're basically immune to all that.
Well, I mean, I think you should really be able to have free access to that without the subscription, because video games made to bring people together.
But if you play on it, it basically cheats the entire system. That's why they make you pay for it. Because if you play Fallout 76 without other players, you're cheating. You get everything. You bypass everything. I mean, you get everything for free because you don't have to worry about anyone coming to take stuff from you. So I don't think that should be a public feature. But this is...
Well, at least reduce the price for the membership, because it's absurd.
I wouldn't buy the membership anyway. So it's not to matter to me.
Yeah, I suppose that in the end of the day, that's true. Plus, I mean, we don't even play Fallout 76 anymore. So, really, I guess it really shouldn't matter if you ask me. Unfortunately, however, it seems we have lost all of our viewers.
No.
Oh, never mind, they came back. They just came back.
You just don't know how...
Let me just rub my hands.
Statistics work.
Sorry, some friction here. Maybe some heat.
Some friction.
All right.
Some friction, some heat. Anyway, so let's get back to the thing at hand. So, back to the main topic. You know, Sony and Microsoft. So, what do you think? Yesterday, I discussed a little bit with you about backwards compatibility. Do you want to give me your thoughts on that? So, I understand you had some thoughts on backwards compatibility for the consoles.
Yes, I do. In fact, this is going to be a MadManArc only segment. I lied. And we'll be here too. But anyways, enough screwing around. So basically, there was that one day that Xbox decided, you know what? We should let our players be able to play older games on newer consoles to allow them to basically be able to relive the nostalgia of those games. Like, for example, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. That's an Xbox original game right there. Or what about the original Halo? Halo 2, maybe Halo 3. Honestly, Halo 4 even, Halo Reach, Halo 3 ODST. You get the point here. Older games on newer consoles.
Well, you can play Halo 3 ODST on. You can play all those games. Master Chief Collection. Oh wait, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, but
wait, okay, I see what you mean. I got confused for a second. You're meaning PlayStation doesn't have this feature.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, you know what? Speaking of which,
there is a very
there's
very select games that PlayStation allows you to actually backwards compatible, which is a disappointment.
Yeah. Well, the games even, like, are they just PlayStation 2 games? PlayStation 3? I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't really done a lot of research into PlayStation backwards compatibility, but as far as I know, back when I last researched it, they weren't able to do, like, even half as many games as Xbox is doing.
Yeah.
And,
well, I mean,
you know, with Smart Delivery too, that's forwards compatibility right there.
Well, forwards compatibility, you get a free upgrade, which is really nice. PlayStation doesn't do that either. They're just going to make you buy the copies again, because, I don't know. But PlayStation did announce that it was just simply not possible for them. They released a statement saying that they can't take all the old games with them. I'm not exactly sure why they said that. I'm not exactly what the reasoning behind that is. And I think we discussed yesterday that I guess the technology is just too good and they don't want to waste money on backwards compatibility, which is kind of lazy, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, think about it this way. Xbox is owned by Microsoft, all right? Microsoft is a technology company. They work with computers, you know, with for example, operating systems. You know, they got Windows. All right. Now here's Sony with their own animation studio, their own toy making. They probably make toys. Let's be honest. They make TVs. They make video game consoles, video games themselves. Well, maybe not, but you know, they got studios for that. Actually, help me out here. So TVs.
They make everything.
Movies.
Wait, Sony? I don't know if Sony makes movies.
Yeah, they do. In fact, they have an animation studio called Sony Animation Studios. Or Studio.
That's great, man. I see Jim or Ron or whatever his name is has been to work. I think his name is Jim, Ron, Jim, Ricky, Mickey, Vance. I don't know what his name is.
Pickle Rick.
The head of Microsoft Game Studio, not Microsoft. Oh god, Sony. The head of Sony over there. Yeah.
And actually, before we get back to topic, you know, again, PlayStation is associated with Sony. Sony is associated with Sony Animation Studios, and that studio, and probably a couple of others, let's be honest, was involved with one of the worst movies really in history. Take a guess here. Just kidding, I'm not letting you. The Emoji Movie. All right.
Sony was involved with the Emoji Movie?
Well, you know, they got their animation studio, and that was basically involved with the movie itself. So, in a way, yes, they are involved with that. They were involved with the production of that movie, which
I didn't actually look much into the Emoji Movie. I didn't look much into that, but I heard it was good. I heard some people liked it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I think it was, since I've actually watched it twice. Really, it's just a glorified commercial, and also it makes somewhat insulting comments on the millennials that we have of today. But you know what? Let's go back to the topic here. So, main takeaway here is, I don't care what Sony has to say about technology being too good or whatever. They should just have PS4 games be playable on the PS5. With all the revenues of money that they have, honestly, I think they would be able to even do that, like, before Xbox. But as you can see, that's why I'm sticking with Xbox. Backwards compatibility and smart delivery. So they essentially have both sides of the card playing. Coin, whatever you want to use.
So, yeah.
Anyways,
maybe one day they'll decide to do backwards compatibility, but they just make up for it with the exclusives. That's all they have to do. They buy more game studios and just make more games. And there's a lot of game studios that play both sides. They play Xbox and they play Sony, which is really weird. One specific is Square Enix. Square Enix does a lot of exclusives for not Microsoft, Sony, but they also are making games for Microsoft now, which is weird.
Oh yeah, like the Final Fantasy games, basically.
See, I didn't even know they made Final Fantasy. Look, like Square Enix makes so many different types of games that honestly, you can't keep up with what they're doing.
Hey, more games, more power to them. Honestly. But actually, let me ask you: is there Well, folks, we're just gonna have to wait until then. So, okay, let's do some random trivia. And this is really easy. Who was the main actor in all 3 John Wick movies? He played the main character, of course.
Who's the main actor in John?
Keanu Chungus.
Oh my God.
B, Keanu Reeves. Or 3, Keanu Leaves. Make your guesses now. The correct answer was...
You're gonna give them 2 seconds to answer?
Well, it's B. Anyway, so I see you've come back.
I was here.
A question I want to ask you. Are there any games in particular that you want to critique or perhaps just talk about? Because
I didn't.
As far as I know, you were playing that new Grounded game yesterday. I'd assume you have some insight on that.
I played Grounded today.
Oh. Well, would you still like to tell us about it?
You have you have a bad memory, my friend. Such a bad memory.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Came up with the name Keanu Reeves.
Hey, that's just me, man. Gotta learn to deal with it. Somewhat. But seriously, any games you want to talk about in particular?
Well, Grounded was one of the games they announced at the game showcase by Obsidian. I tested it out because it came out with Game Pass for free, but it's simply just... it's Ark Survival and the Ant movie put together.
The Ant-Man movie?
No, not the Ant. I didn't say the Ant-Man movie. I said the Ant movie.
Oh. Wait, the Ant movie? Are you talking about ants?
Yeah.
For DreamWorks?
Yeah. You ever seen that movie?
No, but if I'm gonna be honest, it
how
seems
have
like
you not seen that movie?
From, I don't know, it just seems like a bit of a ripoff from A Bug's Life.
Also, it's
anyways.
that movie as well. It's both of those movies plus Ark Survival. That's what this is.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
You legit have... I can't tell... Okay, I'll share a bit of a gameplay experience with you from my game. You need to watch your microphone there.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's I'm not using like a Blue Yeti microphone here.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
I need to get one.
It's doing that sound thing. Anyways, back. Yeah. So I landed in grounded. I was just. It's doing it worse now.
It's doing it worse now.
Dang it.
So
hold up.
I was in grounded, and I was I was just looking at the game. I was like, "What is this?" So you get to choose between 4 little kids, 2 girls and 2 guys. And I was like, "What is this?" And I just started playing the game, and it was weird. I mean, it was little bugs running around. I was like in the forest or something, and like you could see the house and stuff. I was just in the grass, which looks like a forest. And then, it makes you go to this little, like, shelter place at the start, like, where you can analyze materials, and it teaches you crafting recipes and stuff that you can use that material for, like sap from trees and, like, fiber from plants and all this stuff. It's actually a very complex system. So I started trying to put some walls up because there's ants everywhere. Like, these ants are huge, and the normal ants don't attack you. They carry around food bits like apple pieces and stuff like you see ants carry around in real life. But, like, you're so small that you can actually like eat the stuff that they drop. But those are just worker ants. There's also soldier ants which will attack you on sight. They protect the worker ants. So it's like this whole system of things. Now I'm sure there's ant like holes and stuff like that you can find. But I'm glad I didn't find one, but I think I almost did because I started building up my walls and everything because I wanted protection. I was getting some grass and stuff, building up my walls and trying to get doors and stuff. And I was fighting with a few ants, and I started to kill some ants, right? And learned that you could like get their parts. And it was really weird because when you kill an ant, like their body falls apart and like green goo comes out of their stomach and explodes. It's really disgusting. And there's these really ugly, cute bugs that like crawl around on the leaves, and you can eat them and like roast them on a fire. But they're scared of you. It's funny. I don't know what they are. But anyways, after I started killing some ants, then I realized, okay, someone said or did something. Someone talked. The next thing I know, there's about, and I kid you not, I don't know if Obsidian broke their game or something with ant spawns, but I kid you not, about 20 ants, like 20, started charging at me from the trees, or from the, like, forest.
Mm-hmm.
And I went behind my walls. And there was soldier ants, too. And it was trying to get through the wall, but it couldn't. So I punched it, and then it teleported through the wall because I hit it. So that was one of the bugs that Obsidian needs to fix. I mean, it's a game, work in progress, but that terrified the crap out of me. I went to punch it, and it teleported through the wall, and then proceeded to kill me. And I had to respawn. And then I respawned only to find out that they broke my wall. All those 20 ants were now inside my base. Yeah, that was terrifying.
Well, all I gotta tell you guys is, he was building a wall, and it was going to be huge. But guess what? Apparently, ants can teleport through walls for some reason, so that's just awful. Really, really awful. But let me tell you something that's fantastic. Actually, I don't have anything fantastic. I'm sorry. I am very sorry here. Oh my goodness, I am so weird. Well,
Alright.
Okay.
So,
are you back?
I've been here. Technical problems. Anyway. So. Yeah. And then, the game is actually pretty great overall. I think it's really, people were really doubting it, but it has a lot of interesting mechanics that I think could really take it a long way. It's definitely going to be a lot more fun. I can see that.
Well, duh.
And
right?
ladybugs are I mean, this ladybug, like the forest, like the leaves started shaking, and I was like, "What is that?" And here comes a giant ladybug. It also teleported inside my base, or either flew inside my base. I don't know how it got in there, but like that was at the point where I had completely enclosed my base, and it was inside, and I didn't know what to do. Then my game crashed, so that was the end of my experience this morning. I played for about an hour.
Well, can I just say something here?
It was pretty good, though.
I mean, the audience probably already heard this, but so what you're telling me is you had this huge wall, right? And then you go to punch an ant, and it teleports through that wall. And it was huge.
I had a wall made of grass. It wasn't a big wall. It was just like a wall. It's made of grass.
I see. Actually, speaking of Game Pass,
you shouldn't be making political jokes or impressions.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to see that pretty bad in hindsight. But you know what?
Not here.
Too late. It's too late. I'm sorry. I will try to do that less. But you said you were able to experience Grounded through Game Pass, right?
Correct. A lot of games are accessible.
Okay. For any Destiny 2 fans, depending on whether or not you're just now getting into Destiny 2, or if you're like me and have paid for the expansions, I was actually told by my good friend End that apparently Bungie did this thing with Microsoft where Destiny 2 is now available on Game Pass.
Well, not
yet. Apparently all the expansions, well, yeah, not yet, but you know it's coming soon. From what I know, apparently not only is the base game going on Game Pass, but so are all the expansions so far, including
and they're
the
also
upcoming
making
expansion Beyond the Light.
They're also making a Beyond the Light edition exclusively for, or optimized specifically for Series X.
Right. So let me tell you, all right, Bungie, they seriously need to make their expansions a little less expensive, all right?
They should just be free.
I can safely tell you, exactly. I could tell you for a fact I spent more than $200, well, maybe not 200, but it was pretty close, just buying expansions from Destiny 2. Now, if we're going to talk about
insane.
Destiny...
I could have done that for... I could have bought so many games with that amount of cash.
Yeah, I know. That's the funny thing.
And you want to talk about microtransactions. Destiny is worse than EA with microtransactions.
I don't know. I say EA still is a little worse off.
I've never paid that much with EA.
Okay.
EA just has season passes. I mean, that's a whole...
They also have
why does Destiny not have a season pass? Why do they make you buy all that stuff?
Oh, they have a season pass actually. But you have to pay $10 for every season pass. But there's also annual seasonal passes. Plus, if you buy a certain edition of an expansion, you actually do get a certain amount of seasons free. But back to what I was saying. So imagine this.
I have no idea what any of that means.
Yeah, well, just let me talk, all right? Anyway, so imagine yourself being me, all right? You bought all the expansions. You even bought the limited edition of Destiny 2. Basically, that got you 2 expansions free. Well, it was like $30 extra from the base edition, but
we don't have to talk about all the prices.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
So?
Yes. Sorry. Anyways, I got distracted. So Curse of Osiris, Warmind, Forsaken, aka my favorite expansion, then Shadowkeep. all that's going to be free, including Beyond Light, which is, if I'm not wrong,
it doesn't matter
$40.
specifically what the expansion is. Everything for Destiny would be free.
Yeah, which, if you ask me, is a bit of a bummer since, again, I had to pay for that, man. I had to pay for that.
Well,
way
I mean,
before it was even in Game Pass or even thought about.
That's just one of those
things. God. Oh my God! No! Sorry, I do not do fake crying well. But for those of you that are going to get Destiny 2 and its expansions via Game Pass, consider yourselves lucky. Seriously, consider yourselves lucky because you know what? Just round of applause to you, all of you, for having the patience to wait for it to go on Game Pass and then.
Well, I don't think anyone knew it was going to come on Game Pass, so a lot of new people will just get to try it. But I mean, let's get to the we welcome a new person to the stream. Easy's in the stream. We can shout out to him. Anyways,
welcome.
The primary thing
no
here. No
self-promotion.
The primary thing here. What are you talking about?
He was talking about his channel, man.
What are you talking about?
On our
Easy's
podcast.
In the stream.
My God.
No one's on our podcast except me and you. It's just me and you on our podcast.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, so what were you going to say?
Oh, so back to our main central topic here. Sony, Microsoft, they've been battling. It's the war of the ages for 2020. I honestly, if I could, if the consoles were cheaper, I'd get both of them to enjoy both experiences. But I think at some point we should honestly all see a median where we all just meet in the middle. Just seriously, just
togetherness.
Yeah. Why don't we just have all the games on one console, or not one console, but why can't all the games just be on all consoles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or they can make a console together.
That's just one of those things.
The Xbox Station. I can already imagine that.
No, that would never happen. Now it is highly speculated that people say Microsoft will end at some point.
What do you mean will end?
I just realized our music is off. What the heck? That ruins the vibe. I'm so sorry about that.
Wait, what do you mean Microsoft's gonna end though? They're gonna just stop?
Microsoft won't always be able to make hardware. It's just one of those assumptions that eventually there will only be a PS4 or so. Or PlayStation will take the rise. Microsoft's days are coming to an end as for hardware. Maybe not games, but hardware is coming to an end.
So what?
At some point there will be no new Xbox console. There will be Xbox games and that sort of thing, and the Game Pass and all that stuff. But they'll still make games as a service. But people are saying always make consoles and hardware. Those days for Microsoft may end.
That's gonna suck.
But I mean, in my heart, I've always been on Microsoft's side. I've always been on Xbox. I'd hate to see that happen, but what does the future hold? I don't know. We all have to just wait and see. But to be honest with you,
what?
I'm going to be honest with you, right? I honestly myself, I think that it doesn't matter what sort of showcase you have. I mean, I do enjoy watching these showcases to see what sort of games people are gonna come out with. I mean, it's enjoyable, but it's not really competition. In my opinion, you're not competing to see who can show off the better games, because there's always other games out there in development that the spotlight doesn't get to shine on. There's other games, and you can't showcase all the games that are out there. So there's always going to be some other game. And to me, some of my favorite games come from studios that don't partner with Microsoft or Sony. They come from third-party studios.
Yeah, a lot of
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, you know what? Speaking of which, there's a game I want to talk about.
Well, what's
my
the game?
Well, actually, first the studio. So, my games, aka
Talking about the Warface Breakout
of Warface and Warface Breakout. Yeah, essentially.
Well, what is there to say? Warface Breakout has a lot of potential, but right now it's more of a download game. I've made some videos here on my channel before, but you know, I just want to wrap something up for you guys real quick. I hate to break this to you, but the podcast is coming to an end, and I wanted to wrap it up here as we're approaching the hour mark. Wow, we've been doing this for an hour. That's great.
Fantastic, if you ask me.
I know it's, but the overall thing is, you know, what I want to do is, you know, the plan for the future of this series. I mean, you plan to be a part of this, right? I do see.
You know it. Although I guess I'm gonna have to do less Trump impressions.
Panzer is here as well. Let's give a shout out to Panzer for joining in on the stream. What's up, Panzer?
Welcome.
He says also like Respawn and Titanfall. He mentions.
Oh, you must have been talking about the individual third-party games, maybe.
Yeah. Well, here's one of the big things I just wanted to wrap up with here. We're going to be planning to do this stream nightly. Maybe not every night, but at least several nights a week, so stay tuned on the channel. If you guys are friends watching or something, you'll be sure to get your links. We're going to be talking about a variety of topics. Hopefully, we'll be bringing some more people on the show, so if you guys are interested and you want to be on the show, leave a comment below or send me a message. You guys have my gamer tag. You can see it on screen here. You can also see MadManArc's gamer tag on screen here as well. We want to thank you for joining us tonight. I'm going to be doing some more YouTube streams. I actually kind of like this. I've enjoyed the setup for YouTube streaming. It seems to be running very smoothly, and I'm liking it. And we're excited for this new podcast series. We hope you guys can just relax and chill, you know, listening to our conversations here. It was nice doing this with Madman. In the future, you can expect longer streams, but you know, this is our first one, and we're doing it a bit later than usual. It was delayed a little bit today due to other multiple reasons, but tomorrow you can probably expect one, or maybe later this week. We'll keep you guys up to date on this. But one more thing before we go, I just want to wrap up saying one thing about one more game. If you guys don't know already, there is an early access game out right now called Rogue Company. We've been playing it all at the group, and it's actually been pretty fun. I mean, speaking of games with potential, I think that game has a lot of potential. I mean, it has tons of viewers on Twitch. I mean, yeah, currently you have to either receive a code to play for free, or you have to pay to get into the early access. But in the end, it'll be free to play for everyone. It's basically CS:GO and Rainbow Six. I mean, but like cartoony. It's pretty epic. Great graphics. Not a battle royale. What better could you ask for? So if you guys want to check out Rogue Company, you guys should definitely do that. But once again, I don't recommend paying for it. Try and get a friend or someone to see if they have free codes. If you guys actually are interested in free codes, I may be giving away some of them here on this stream. Might be something interesting we can do if anyone's interested. Yeah, Panzer says, actually, yeah, we had some great times with the group. Yeah, what's up?
So what about that one time when you were Anvil and you were just swinging at everyone with a baseball bat?
Oh yeah, we had some funny times with some baseball bats in that game. Baseball bat time, yeah. I killed so many people with a baseball bat. That was fun. But yeah, speaking of which, that's something I want to do. On this, exclusively to this podcast series, I want to make this announcement. Kind of maybe some promotion for this series if you guys stuck around to the end of this live stream. During the live streams, if you guys are watching live, I'm going to be giving out... I actually have more codes for the game so that you guys don't have to buy it. So if some of my friends want to tune in to watch the stream, I'm going to be giving out 2 more...
Big anvil with the bat. Sorry.
The thick anvil with the bat. Is that what you said?
No, that's what Panzer said.
Okay. I just stopped and read that. I was just like, wow. Wow.
Exactly.
No, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving out... I have 2 more codes that I'm going to be dropping on this stream here. So if you guys want to go ahead and redeem those, we're going to be doing those over the course of this series. So I have a couple more codes. I don't know who I want to give them to, so I'm going to be dropping some more of those. So check out and stay tuned to this series. If you want to claim a code, give it to one of your friends, or just use it for yourself. But anyways,
yes,
I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just trying to spread the nightly vibes, right, my man?
You know it.
Well, once again, I want to thank you all for watching. Go ahead, my friend. I want all of you to stay relaxed and keep on vibing throughout the night. I'll leave it to him.
Alright, so, this is, of course, this has been with your guide of the hour, me, MadManArc, and Endwriter. Of course, have a good rest of your night, because if you do not, I will come to your house. I will read to you bedtime stories with my Morgan Freeman impression, and then give you a glass of warm milk.
And as Panzer says, basically, don't forget to sub. But as Madman told me the other day, if you don't have a good night, he'll come to your house and make you have a good time. So if you don't have a good night, guys, Madman says he'll come to your house and he'll make you have a good time.
Oh my God.
YouTube demonetized. Confirmed. Thank you all for watching. Keep the vibes spreading, brothers.
See you guys later.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Enjoy some music.